Hi everyone, I'm Taz101 and welcome to my second video in regards to the Simple Touch FE program software with Quiz Machine touchscreen. I've had a few questions on YouTube in regards to this, and I kind of wanted to put my second video up because I said I would. It's been 6 months, so I'm still a little bit rusty. I've tried familiarizing myself with it again. You wouldn't believe the trouble I had with it. Roughly about 6 weeks every evening after work, stripping, rebuilding numerous hard drives, numerous programs, Windows XP 7, 8.1 and 10. And I got all these from other computers that I had, used the code and installed it. Worked like a charm because they were knackered computers, to be fair. Now, here's the problem. With Simple Touch FE, it likes Windows XP. I'm sure it's a real old program and it was probably originally designed for it. Now, the problem with that is, as we all know, is Microsoft XP is not supported anymore. Therefore, it doesn't get any updates. It doesn't get any programming software from them whatsoever, let alone find any drivers or anything like that. It's an absolute nightmare. So I tried XP. It didn't like it. I couldn't get Java, Shockwave, etc., so on and so forth. I couldn't get it to work. I tried Windows 10. That was my next logical step because I had one. That was the one I had at the time. I couldn't get the touchscreen to work. That was the problem I had with that one. 8.1, just absolutely no chance. It didn't even like the program. I don't know why. I was just scratching my head. So I eventually got 7 to work. And that seems to be the best, to be fair. It's still supported by Microsoft. You can still get all the updates. You can still get the drivers for the hard drives, etc., so on and so forth. For the touchscreen, you can get the correct driver. The biggest thing is you can get Shockwave, you can get Adobe, you can get Flash. All these little programs that are required in the background that Simple Touch FE doesn't explain and doesn't even say that you need it, but it would appear that you do. Still, I learned from that myself. Going forward, though, definitely Windows 7. You don't need half the rubbish that's on there. Media player is very good. Keep it. It works relatively well with touchscreen. The biggest thing I would say is keep it simple. Don't go mad. Don't download hundreds of programs, hundreds of software, hundreds of this, hundreds of that, and try and put it all in, because it does not like it. You have to do it gently, bit by bit, and just be nice to it, and it will eventually get you there after 400 times of trying. Never mind. Anyway, right, let's crack on. So, Simple Touch FE. Okay, so Windows 7, check. Administrator privileges. Everything is required with administrator privileges. So, put your Quiz Machine in that mode. Give it full access. Now, there is some exceptions to the rule. Some of the programs will require extra administration privileges. I don't know why. It's just what it is. Hence, right click, run it as an administrator. Now, I'm just going to show you the main screen. You should know it if you've seen the other program. This is what it is. These are on the left your subjects, or your, I don't know what they call them, chapters, your genres, your categories. There we are. We can go with that. Obviously, your games will end up in these square boxes here. On and off switch. There's also another little switch you can have for music on and off. Your choice entirely. Close that back down for a moment. I managed to download just a couple of little bits because this isn't my Quiz Machine. This is my normal laptop. This was what I tested the system on to learn how to use it. This is running Windows 10. Couldn't get the touchscreen to work on it because I don't have one. So I use a mouse. You can use a mouse with your touchscreen, but again, just very twitchy. So I'm just going to show you how to do a few bits. So I'm going to right click, run as administrator. It will open up nicely. I'm going to cross-reference. I just want to get rid of that for a minute because we don't need it. Right. I'm going to minimize, and I'm going to open up Simple Touch FE as well. So bear with me. Right, there we go. Here's the deal. So whatever you put on here will end up on here, okay, on the outer box. So this is kind of like the background process. So config 1 is for your character, your what do you call it? Your crate, your chapter, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And then obviously in here your games will end up, and that will be numbered 1 to 9. That will go across there. You can have as many as you want, but we'll come back to that in a minute. Auto insert games. This is where you can add an entire folder. Do not do this. It is an absolute nightmare. Unless you've broken it down into sort of 5 games tops, do it bit by bit. Seriously, it's just not worth the grief. General settings, I didn't use anything. Triple S. Sound, yes, I enabled it or disabled it. Depends what I was using it for. But yeah, I basically used it. You can have a background music folder. That's quite a funny one. You can put anything you like in there. I think I stuck Only Fools and Horses in. But there are obviously have good tracks available. Hide MP3 information, etc. Blah, 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 blah. And that can all go down the bottom here. Again, we'll come back to that. Mouse functions, stands to reason. Image transitions, I didn't use it. I don't know why. I think it's from if you've got more than one image running in these, but I didn't use it, so not worried, didn't bother. Skins, this is obviously what the outside edge and the whole basic console looks like. There's that, and there's default. Simple as that. Okay. At the moment, I'm running a Cherry one. Hey. Max number of images 12, 1 to 9. Made no sense, but we're not going to argue it. It didn't make much sense. I stuck it on 9, it didn't work. So I left it at 12, it worked. Configs 10, that's 1 to 10 there. Click button and animation, that's when you touch the screen. How long does it take to flick from the main attractive phase to the unloading phase? Okay, simple as that. Power off if you want a power off button, disable power off button, enable power off screen, blah blah blah. It's all rubbish, but again, it's very simplistic. These little bits are great. Any keyboard layouts, if you want to run an external keyboard, mouse, great. I find, funny enough, a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse works very, very well. Saves all the wires and everything. You can sit it into your console however you decide to do it. And about, yay! 1.15, that's the one you get lately. Right, okay, so how do we get a game into the actual section? Well, here we go. So, first things first, config set 1. I want to name it. So, what type of game are we going to use? We're going to use Alien Attack. Alien Attack is a quiz skill game. So, we will do quiz skill. There we go. And we'll save them settings. Okay. Now I'm going to minimize that. I'm going to minimize that. And I just want to show you this again. Just to show you that it has changed. There we go. Quiz skill. Simple as that, okay? I'll close that down again. Now, I want to add a game into this. Now, you click add. Game. Alien Attack. Okay. Yeah. Now, we need to tell it where the actual program is. I'm not going to say the word because it's just driving me bonkers, because never mind. Right, so click it, find it. We know it's on the desktop somewhere. Go, and then go into there. There it is there. Click, it goes in there. Pre-game X, that is basically the emulator. Okay. Most of the games come with an emulator inside it. There are 1 or 2 that don't. Try it without them. They might not need it, but most of them do. I only use Sim 1, Sim 2, and Hitbox emulator. I don't actually know if there's any difference between Sim 1 and 2, but it's what comes in the box. So, Add that in. That's that done. Now that will play. Display. Now this is your attract. That's what you want to encourage people to play the game. And it says, "Looky me," okay, and that is in. Funny enough, somewhere. There we go. This one's actually in attract. Launch screen is when you press that button. What picture does it show? Now, I picked some random one, testing it out. Let's see if I can find something. Resources, data. Oh no, image. What's that? Oh yeah. Right. I just want to show you some random big. There we go. That just makes it so you can see it happen. Okay. Save the settings. Close. Now, in theory, if I've done this right, now my mouse will not show. This is half the problem I was having when I load the game. Now, here we go. If it works, great. There is one other thing, obviously, I did was I put it in Windows 7 compatibility. Sorry if that's really loud. There you go. So that basically works. And that is literally it. That is how you do it. You would think that would be easy, wouldn't you? But no. Like I say, in Windows 10, you have to make everything Windows 7 compatible. I'd already done that with config Simple Touch FE. All the alien attack, same thing. I right click that, I go into properties, and somewhere in here, compatibility, I've already run it in compatible mode for Windows 7. It just made it work. That's where some of the problems come from. Now, War Thunder, for example, which is a game I absolutely love, same scenario. So you run the FE config as administrator. And then I'm going to go down here somewhere. Oh, MMOs, there we go. So I'd already renamed it as MMO. I'm going to add, I'm going to call it War Thunder. Okay. And then literally I've got to find that launcher, which is exactly the same process. Open up the folder. I know it's on the desktop. And then just find it. Launcher.x. Open. There it is. Now this doesn't need a pre-game emulator. I can't say that word. But a display, we will find something we can put in there. Let's just do that. There we go. Oh no. Whoops. Let's go program files. They're in there somewhere. Actually, I don't know if it's in there. Funny enough. No. Oh, I lost it. What did I do with it? Oh, I know where it is. Oh. Oh. Ooh, I've lost it. Oh, do you know what? I don't know what I've done with it. Right, I'm just going to put a photo on my door. There we go. Hello. Right. That's War Thunder now. So that is now in. It is literally as easy as that. So if I open up Simple Touch FE, when I go to MMO down here, War Thunder, then I click on that, it will say it will run. It's there because I didn't actually put the executable in. But oh, that's the wrong one. That's why. Twat. Oh, you numpty. Dum 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 dum. I know what I did. I know what I did. Look, I'm going to show you. This is some of the stuff that I did wrong before. So this is actually a good experience. So I'm going to cut that. I'm going to put it back to where it was. Which, to be fair, I can't remember what I did with it. Bear with me. Oh no, no. This is where it goes wrong, you see. There it is. Right, I'm going to paste it back in there. Right. Close that. I'm going to go back into it. I just want to make sure that I want to prove that this does work. As administrator. Right, that. Oh, no, wrong one, sorry. Where are we? No, right, that one. And then we've got to go back to C drive. I know it's on here. I know it's on here. This PC, C drive, War Thunder. There you go. I know it's going to go in it. I just want to prove that it works. There we go. It's going to work. There we go. Thank you. I said that, didn't I? This is the kind of thing. It's mainly my errors that were causing a lot of problems, but it's just things like that that you kind of get the grief of. You could do that with any program. I'm going to close that down. No, that takes ages to load anyway. What thinks about it? Oh, come on. Checking updating updates. I'm not online. Okay, so that can go. Now, that's pretty much it. You just need to find the actual .x file, and then you can do that. Now, one other thing is the skin. Again, you can download these things. So run an administrator, and basically come over here to the skin, and then I'm going to put it into default, which is the original one that comes with. I don't particularly like it. We'll save settings. Close. When we open, it should change it. There we go. Prime example, and then down the bottom are your columns, as I said before. And that is it. That is really as simple as it is. And why that gave you so much grief? Because there's no information on there. You literally have to break it down one by one, test it, make sure it works, and go back, test it, make sure it goes back and works. I've got another one here, another little skin here. It's orange. Yay! Right. So what do? You cut it. Let me just make sure there's no install file in there. Nope, there's no install file in there. So then we obviously go back to War Thunder. Simple Touch FE. Let's see my brain's gone now. Talk too much. There it is. And in there you'll have skins. And hopefully we should be paste that into there. You need this. See, that's what I'm saying. Everything needs administrative privileges, even though this computer already has it. There we go. Close it down. Now hopefully we'll reopen that. Go to skins. Cherry, default, neon orange. Save settings. Close. Simple Touch FE. It don't work. So what I mean, little things like that are twitchy, and I don't understand why it doesn't. So there you go. That is what I just wanted to show you. That is why half of the problems that I came across, because some things work and some things don't. So what do? To come out of that, you press escape, by the way. So again, a lot of it is trial and error. But hopefully that kind of shows you a few bits and pieces just to make life a little bit more simple. Don't mess around with pretty much anything. There were a few bits and pieces I did have to change. I'm trying to remember where it is. Each game has a general setting for sizes, and I had to change that. I think I changed it down to 800 by 600. I think like for the screen resolution, I'm pretty certain that is in here. Yeah, running 640 by 480. Sorry, that's the one. Yeah, 640 by 480. That is the one I had to click occasionally. I don't think there was many. It's what I didn't really remember. But hopefully that will make life a little bit more simple for you. And I know I've droned on, and I'm so sorry. And I've kept trying to get it a bit more informative, but that is literally it. Download the games, install it, administrative process, make everything writable. Windows 7 definitely. You must get Shockwave Flash Player. You have to get Java. You have to get Adobe. Put it in just for argument's sake, because some things have PDFs and bits and pieces. Other than that, I really hope you don't have as many problems as what I had. And then fingers crossed you'll have your own arcade game, arcade quiz machine. All right. Anyway, for now, I'll speak to you later. Have a good one and take care.